I hate TYM. Now, before you think, well, you were just singing their praises on the last couple of videos, let me tell you exactly what I mean, because there's a couple things that I need to talk about why I hate TYM. I personally think the title of the video is clever. Got you to click on the video, right? So let's talk about why I hate TYM. I hate TYM doesn't have more dealers, because I think that it would be very beneficial to them if they had a bigger dealer network to sell more tractors, because there's a lot of guys, especially in the Midwest, where the big ag guys just kind of reign supreme. They've never even heard of TYM. I mean, how can it be 2024 and you've never even heard of TYM? So I really hate the fact that they don't have more dealers, because I think that, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of dealers are the mom and pops and all that stuff, and a lot of people are like, I don't want to buy from a mom and pop's dealer. But in your small town, that's what you got. If you're living out in these rural communities, your mom and pop's stations are the ones that sell tractors. You get your lawnmowers, you get your chainsaws, you get your all your small engine stuff, all that from your mom and pop store. And some of those mechanics that are in those mom and pop stores are better than some of these field trained mechanics, in my opinion. So I hate that TYM doesn't have more dealers, especially in the areas where the population is not as dense, I guess you would say. So adding more dealers to their lineup would be a pretty good deal, because everybody should have the opportunity to at least get out and drive one and see how it operates, see how it feels. So I hate TYM doesn't have more dealers. I hate the fact that people think they're from China.
China.
You get a lot of these guys that are just uneducated on the brand, and they're like, oh, I wouldn't have this Chinese made tractor or whatever. And it's not. I don't think there's any tractors made in China that are sold in America. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Is there a Chinese tractor that is sold in America? I can't think of any, but I could be wrong. Like I said one time, I ain't never wrong, but there was this one time I wasn't right. I just hate that. I hate TYM is thought of as a China company, because they're not. They're South Korean. South Korean have been allies of America for a very long time. And the South Koreans, they've come a long way in their engineering. They've come a long way in their product manufacturing. They've come a long way in just all this stuff, So to say that they're from China, it's just people being uneducated, especially some, like I say, some rural Americans that are used to just seeing green and red, and not this red, mind you. So I hate TYM is thought of as a China tractor company, because that couldn't be further from the truth. You know, so I don't know how you fix that stigma. I guess it's just through education again, more dealers maybe, you know. So once you get more dealers, they can educate the consumer, and then people would know that it's not from China. But until they can get more dealers, I hate they don't have dealers, and I hate people think they're from China, but until they can get more dealers, people will probably still think they are from China. Or a small, you know, TYM is doing a really good job of getting into all the farm shows and all that stuff, and so they're eventually, yeah, it'll take a couple of years, but hopefully they sort it all out. You know, it'll take a couple of years, but eventually people will start understanding that they're not from China. And one more thing I hate about TYM is I hate they don't have a bigger market share, because TYM makes an excellent tractor. You know, we are partnered with TYM, and we work closely with them, doing a lot of things for them and with them. But at the end of the day, man, you know, I just did my 400-hour review on this machine, and we talked about all the things I love. This is my go-to tractor right here. I think they make a solid product. We would not be partnered with them for over 5 years if we didn't believe in the product. I hate they're not a top 3 tractor company. You know, I think that they are making things good enough. Right now, the last time I checked, and I can't remember if it's 6 or 8, but they either had the 8th largest share of the compact market, or the 6th or 8th. I can't remember which one, but so somewhere around in there. Top 10, for sure. But, you know, when you make a product that you believe in, then, you know, you would like to see it get a little more sales. But it's a good price point. It's a good tractor. So I hate they're not in the top 3. I wish they were the 3rd. I wish they was number 1, but I get it. I mean, but I do see, I mean, I'm not trying to say anything about what's going on with the current John Deere situation, but my goodness, is John Deere making some decisions that would just blow your mind or blow your granddaddy's mind? My word. How about all that? Leave a comment below if you've heard all the news that John Deere's been creating lately. Son, they are ruffling some feathers. Come on. So I'm not sure, you know, kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall, right? So who knows? Maybe John Deere is shooting themselves in the foot. Have no idea. But like I say, you're going to have these guys that are the big ag guys that scroll through these small compact tractor videos. You know, they just have to realize it's not apples to apples. I'm not working this thing 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day in the field. We're doing 4 hours, 6 hours at the most. But, you know, so these guys would come in there and say, I wouldn't have nothing that wouldn't last me 10,000 hours. Well, I'm not sure these tractors will get 10,000 hours on them, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's kind of a clickbait title. I hate TYM. But, you know, I just want them to succeed. Not that they ain't successful, but I wish that they had a bigger market share. I wish that the misconceptions about them were not misconceptions. And I just, you know, I hate they don't have more dealers. I hate they're not bigger than they are, and I hate that people think they're from China. But at the end of the day, it's a solid tractor. But here's the deal. Not once did I mention go buy a TYM. I don't tell people to buy anything. It's your money, it's your decisions, it's your research. You buy what you want to. I just show it working, but I do like them. And the reason why we promote them is because we like them. And we like the quality of the tractor. Is the fit and finish as good as a John Deere or Kubota? No, it's not. But, oh, and this is another thing. This has nothing to do with the video, but I just want to throw this out here. People say, oh, the resale value. And I read a comment the other day that I really never thought about. I read a comment where a guy says, well, if I pay $70,000 and resell it for $50,000, I've lost 20 grand. If I buy it for 50 and sell it for 30, I've lost 20 grand. I'm like, huh, that's true. You know, I never thought of it that way. You're like, well, you can only get these things, the resale value on these things. I think it's comparable. So if you're going to lose 20% on a resale, 20 to 30% on a resale, it's 20 to 30%, whether it's green, orange, or red. You know what I mean? Never thought of it that way, but that was a good comment. So anyway, I don't know why I got off on that, but those are the three things I hate TYM. I hate TYM, those three things, right? I hate they don't have more dealers. I hate that they're not a top 3 brand, and I hate that people think they're from China. So kind of tricked you into coming into this video to talk about them a little bit. So my apologies. You know me, I'm a YouTuber, so we got to make titles that are enticing, right? But hey, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have a TYM dealer close to you, go at least give them a chance. You know, if you're in the market, go look at them. If you like them, you know, I think you'll get a good machine. If you don't like them, go buy something else. You know, it's just that simple. But anyway, hey, I appreciate you guys watching. Check out this video right here of some misconceptions about TYM.